So we're going to open up those libel laws, folks, and we're going to have people sue you like you never got sued before.
Well, I think it's very concerning that we have an executive branch now that is attacking the press relentlessly and trying to make them into the enemy, and has talked about, for example, complete revision of the libel law that has been in place since the 1960s.
The only real way to go after the libel laws is to overturn New York Times against Sullivan.
In the 1960s, civil rights leaders ran a full-page ad in the New York Times to raise funds for the civil rights movement. L.B. Sullivan, the Montgomery, Alabama city commissioner, felt the ad damaged his reputation and sued the New York Times. In a unanimous decision, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the New York Times, stating that in order to prove libel, a public official must show that the publication acted with actual malice.
I think it's very scary that he is both attacking on a daily basis and then sort of trying to figure out how to get rid of those key protections that have been in place since New York Times versus Sullivan.
And the only way to do that is to appoint Supreme Court justices who are prepared to do that. Judge Neil Gorsuch, his Supreme Court nominee, has written in the opposite direction. I think the real problem is, what about the publication of truthful government secrets that could inform a democracy but go against the espionage laws, which on their face apply to journalists as much as to whistleblowers?
At some point, we're going to have to start looking at whether or not we're going to do something about suppression of expression by private actors. You know, as our modes of expression get more and more controlled by the Facebooks and Googles of the world, that becomes an issue as well, to the extent that they're censoring content on a daily basis in social media. That's something else that we have to look at.